more and more business owners are using AI in their business to be more productive, but a lot of them are not doing it in the best way possible because they're solely relying on one platform called ChatGPT to help them with their productivity. But here are the three AI platforms that I have started using just because I saw other business owners that are using AI in crazy ways are currently using to this day to be more productive. Number one, the first one is Whisperflow. So Whisperflow is a AI transcription tool that allows you to just talk to your AI. I mean, talk to different apps in your in your system or computer without having to type. So Whisperflow, the best thing about Whisperflow is not just that it's a transcription tool, but it learns how you speak, it learns your voice, it learns the small things about you and it learns the small trigger words that you have and fills that into anything that you're using, that anything that you use to typing. So if you talk to Whisperflow and you say my email, it will actually populate the actual email that you are currently using and your professional email, and it will, when you talk to it, it will add automatic grammar, it will add automatic punctuation. If you're listing out stuff, it will put it in bullet points for you as shown somewhere here in the video, and it will do all these amazing things where it cuts out the time where you have to be typing, it cuts out the time where you have to be thinking about the right words you could be using. You can just share your voice, you can just share your thoughts to Whisperflow and it will help you structure them in the best way. And it has a review tool or a review mode where it will use AI to structure the whole thing in a better way than you said it. So Whisperflow is a very, very good tool if you want to write quick emails, give quick responses, and just go through your inboxes way quicker than you would usually do if you had to sit down and type for everyone. So you can just go to David, speak to David. Whisperflow will take all your words, put it in perfect transcription, and you can just send it off and you can just do more with that. The second one is Gemini. Gemini as an AI assistant is actually very, very perfect because there are very small things that you can, there are very small features that usually people don't know about that help you to be more productive throughout your day. Of course, it is a chat tool like ChatGPT, but if you have the Google Workspace, or if you have a Google Workspace in your company and you have the Gemini will actually help you connect to every other Google app in very interesting ways. So one way that I use it, and I've seen other founders that are using AI use it, is it helps them set up their meetings very quickly. And what I mean by this is that in Gemini, you can just tell it, hey Gemini, I want to meet with Jeff at 2 o'clock tomorrow evening. Please set up a meeting for me, using Whisperflow as a thing, as your transcription tool. Of course, Gemini will in the chat of Gemini, it will take that instruction and actually set up a calendar in your calendar for you for that meeting with Jeff. And this is how I've done it. And this is how I've done it for myself, just to show you how it works. It actually sets up the calendar for you and Jeff. And if Jeff is part of the system, or Jeff is part of your contacts, or if you decide to give Gemini Jeff's email, then it will actually send that email to Jeff as well to ensure that he knows that the meeting is coming up. So in one prompt and one basically sentence, you have just set up a whole meeting where you have invited the person, you've set up the time, and you've set it up in your calendar as a reminder of that meeting. So you didn't have to go to calendar and then find a name for it, and then find a description, then toggle the time, then invite Jeff. All of these 4 steps have just been eliminated by one sentence. this is a amazing tool for productivity. And there's other things that it does where it connects to your Gmail. It connects to your Gmail, it connects to your OneDrive. It can summarize stuff in your Google Sheets and bring you specific stuff based on what you ask it in your Google Drive. There's a lot of things that it does based on it, just its connectivity, but that calendar one is a number one for me because it just helps me set up meetings quicker and be more productive just throughout the day. And the way I have used it is I would do sales calls with different prospects, and if a prospect wants to schedule a second call, I would just tell Gemini, please set up a meeting with Mr. Henry for me for 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and Gemini will actually send me. I set up this thing in my calendar and send me the output just so I can view it, and it will give me the base description based on what I told it about Mr. Jeff and Mr. Jeff's business, and everything will just be there. So as soon as I land on Mr. Jeff's meeting tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I have a brief description that reminds me of what this meeting is about. Then we can just get kick started on the meeting. So it's just an excellent tool for productivity. Then the final tool you should be using that helps you be more productive throughout the day is Manus.io. So Manus is similar to Gemini, but it's just an agent type of AI. So I'm sure you've heard of all of these AI agents that have been popping up throughout everywhere, where people are just giving AI work and AI is doing all the thinking and decision making and all of these spectacular things just to give you the output you were looking for. So Manus is a bit similar in a way, depending on how you use it. But Manus allows you to give AI your browser so that it can do some of the tasks that you don't want to really spend time doing in the browser for you. So how I use it and how I've seen these entrepreneurs use it, as I've said, I was in sales, so Manus helped me look through Google Sheets, look through companies that have websites that are not functional, and then collect the owners, either the owners contact information and name and address, and it gives me a summary of what state the website is in. It's either it's a terrible website, it's a website that has not been updated, or it's a very good website but just lacking SEO. And then it will put all of these things in a Google Sheet for me, and then all I have to do is just go into the Google Sheets and start calling the business owners and just finding out if they want a website redesign, just so that they can help scale their business. So that's the basic service offering I've been using it for, and it's helped immensely in collecting all of this data from Google Maps that I can't collect myself. Well, I can collect myself, but it just takes too much time to do it, because I have to go click manually on each and every profile that comes up on Google Maps and check their website and look for the business owner, his name, and look for their number, and all of this grueling task, when I can just get an AI agent to go do that for me, put in a Google Sheet for me, and all I have to do is look at the Google Sheet and start dialing. And if I want to take it a step further, and this is a bonus AI tool that you can set up for your business. You can set it up as an AI receptionist, an AI salesperson, an AI customer success person, depending on what you value for your AI. But I could have set up a Bland.io account where I set up a voice agent. A voice agent is an AI that speaks like a human based on the context of my business, and it makes calls to the people in my industry to either try sell my product, to either find out how my customers are doing, or to either answer any questions or queries or incoming calls that come into my business. So I could have supercharged that into the business, but we're still developing and we're still building the team and we're making all of this content. So It's not something that we've implemented, but it is a possibility because these AI models are actually very, very good and sound very, very human-like, just like in the example I'm gonna play for you right now. But yeah, these are the AI systems and AI tools that business owners are currently using to be way, 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 way more productive in their business. The first one was with Whisperflow. Just to do a recap, it just helps you it just helps you get more messages out there by just speaking to your computer instead of typing. The second one was Gemini, helping you integrate with your calendar and set up meetings for you very quickly with the people that you want to meet with. And then the last one was Manus.io, that is going to go onto your browser, use your browser as you would, and collect information that you need to do prospecting for your business, maybe do some research for your business, or maybe look at different reports and give you a summary, depending on what you have to do. But these are the AI systems that are keeping some business owners ahead of you and allowing them to do more in their business and in their industry and produce more in 6 hours than you do in a week of work. So yeah, if you want to learn more about the other stuff that is going to help you be more productive, we are hosting a workshop partnering with WeWork, where we are teaching you everything you need to know about AI in just 20 minutes. So this is going to be 80% of what you need to know about AI. And then the final 20% that you are going to be missing is just going to be specific to your industry, specific to how your business processes operate. But 80% of what you need to know will allow you to supercharge the 20% that's specific for you. Right, so we're going to be hosting this workshop soon. You just have to click the link in the description, apply to be part of the event, because this is a limited space that we're going to be working with. So we want to get people who are the most interested in learning about these stuff and implementing the future into their business. So apply, and then we will invite you out to this fantastic event hosted at the WeWork South Africa, Johannesburg. All right, fantastic.